Even if you don't like eggs, you'll love this recipe. I'm starting by placing the eggs here in my pot. I'm going to use 8 eggs, and then I'll add water. I'm using hot water, which helps speed up the cooking process. I add water until all the eggs are completely covered. Then I turn on the heat. I'm going to let these eggs cook for 12 minutes until they are nice and firm. They've been cooking for 12 minutes already. Now I'll remove them from the water and peel them carefully. I've already peeled all the eggs. They're ready. Now I'll cut them in half like this and set them aside on a plate, placing them gently. I repeat the process with all the eggs. This is a recipe that always works really well. I usually make it for breakfast. It's practical and tasty. All the eggs are already cut, and I leave them here on the cutting board. Now in my skillet, I'm going to add the butter. I'm using about 2 tablespoons. Nice and generous. I let it melt completely over medium heat. It's important that it's fully melted before adding the eggs. That way we add more flavor and make the recipe special. The butter is now fully melted. Now I place the eggs in the skillet, all with the yolk side facing down. I arrange them carefully so they're evenly spread. If your skillet is large, you can place them all at once. Here I have 8 eggs cut in half. At home we eat eggs almost every day. And this is one of our favorite ways to prepare them. We're always trying new recipes with simple ingredients. With the eggs in the skillet, I keep the heat low and start seasoning on top. I add a pinch of salt to enhance the flavor. I also add black pepper to taste. You can add the spices you like best. I sprinkle on some dried oregano, which gives a special touch. A bit of hot paprika, which works really well. I love this type of paprika, but if you prefer, you can use sweet paprika. Choose whichever you like, both work well. I also add a bit of turmeric. It adds color and a mild flavor that makes a difference. It gives a more homemade feel. And to finish, I'll sprinkle shredded cheese on top. Eggs and cheese is a combination that never fails. It turns out creamy, golden, and very tasty. Perfect for a hearty breakfast or a quick meal. A simple and very flavorful recipe. Add as much cheese as you like. Here at home, we always use a little more. Done. Now I cover the skillet and let the cheese melt nicely. The cheese has already melted completely. Look how it looks on top. Very appetizing. I turn off the heat at this point. I finish with a bit of chopped parsley on top. Parsley is optional, but it adds a very pleasant aroma, and it also makes the dish look nicer. Now I just carefully remove the eggs. Look how great they turned out, golden on the bottom with melted cheese. I transfer everything to the plate, ready to serve. It's a delicious way to prepare eggs differently.